Thokozani and welcome to yet another video of Leto the Journey with me, Ganogosi. I'm so sorry if my camera is not in the right position, okay? But I really tried what I could. Get my stand and a lot. So my other tripod, I have to literally find it in this house. And I really wanted to do this Q&A. So in today's video, we are talking about African sport. Today I'm actually, I'm in alignment. I've been seeing double numbers. Anyways, yeah, so I released a questionnaire that I asked people to actually tell me, Hore, what is it that makes you hate African spirituality or literally get irritated by it? Or hearing about it just takes you off. Like, I wanted people to share how they feel about African spirituality, because I understand that a lot of people don't actually understand African spirituality. What is it? What is it about? Waban, like bumoya and ohopole. Culture has nothing. Okay, there's links and relations here and there. We tell them Muzulu, so why get it, like, okay, there's relations there and there, but they're different. Culture li tumelo. It's different because you don't choose which culture you're from, but tumelo ka itlhophela gore batla go dumela mo go eng, right? I really pray and hope that that makes sense, because at one point it would seem as though it does not. But anyways, yeah, but I hope you're following. If you have questions, please do leave your comments in the comment section. Please also do not mind the noise in the background, because in your home, yeah, is a lot. And another thing also, we are covering a questionnaire, Boloi. It was an anonymous questionnaire because, people don't really want to be sharing sensitive information and knowing right? And it's so funny, guys. We are so westernized right now, whereby, we choose to be doing things, kasakwa and all of that. But there are certain things that medical doctors can't do, that African doctors can do, right? The floor. Because Boloi boteng, guys, and it's unfortunate, be it you believe in it or not. But in most cases, you will tend to feel it when it's close to home, or when it hits home, or when it literally happens to you, or when you experience it firsthand, okay? And in my years of existence and being in this field, yabungag, hey, trust, I've seen flames, and it was not even because I wanted to or because I had to. Well, I guess I had to because it was just part of growth. But obviously, if you're a healer, house na meleko. If you listened to yesterday's video where we were in church, one preacher said that that's how you grow. And obviously, if you're a healer, also there'll be tests, and your fellow initiates will test you. Guys, like, you can never write home Galetosana and say, Letosana, oh my God, she's the sweetest. You will see flames. Even initiates are sent to you as a gobela to be the weapon that's formed against you. Another thing, your fellow mfos, the people that you go to the same bande with, will compete with you. They will fight you. They will feel like they deserve what you have. They'll feel like you don't deserve certain things. Some of them will feel like they have more powers than you. I don't understand this thing, because if you don't know my ancestors and you don't know what they're about, why is it that you're fighting me for things that I didn't even give to myself, Another thing, another battlefield is people that are healers around you, people that feel like you're taking the initiates that was supposed to have gone to them, people that feel like, oh my God, all the patients are going to you now. We don't even have anything to put on the bread, because apparently now this is now a side hustle and people are literally making money out of this. We need to be honest, guys. That is why I usually say, if you take bongaga as a career, especially if osaberekele, first things first, you need to understand what your gift is about, right? As a healer. Now I'm talking to people that are healers that went to a peshweni and are still trying to understand their journeys. Guys, it took me years to get to where I am. People will meet me now and feel like I've always been like this and have issues with me. Guys, to be where I'm at right now, spiritually, or as a gobela, or as a traditional healer, right? I've been through the most. And these are the rewards where A lot of people will meet me at my glory, but they do not know the story, right? So people would want to fight that. Some people automatically feel like immediately as they also want to be like you. Some people just feel like, oh my God, this is who I'm supposed to be. Or somebody will just come and want to because they automatically feel like things will happen. But the first thing is, if you've answered no to these questions, then you understand? And you can't fight somebody else for that, because I mean, your ancestors have to be doing the work. Same as bringing the people to you so that they bring the people that they know that you'll be able to help. I literally sit here and I'm at so much peace that I don't have a board outside that says no. Every initiate of mine that has come here will tell you I've never scouted initiates. I've never asked anybody to say come get la go. Even if I find somebody, people that have came to me and I've told that banal dineo tsa they'll never hear me say maybe for cleansing. I will wait for somebody to say, can I come and do it with you? Or would you be able to help me with that? Then we take it from there. You will hardly find me saying, no, yeah, no, no. Because I believe that ancestors should be bringing people to you that they know that you'll help. Or I understand. Because whereby if you can't do something, you can't do it. And if you know the next healer can do it, just send somebody there, simply because it's not even about you. It's about this person getting help. It's about the person getting help. It's about somebody healing. So the patient, the next person is looking, keeping tabs, monitoring. Like, that energy you should be investing in doing something better about your life as a healer. I understand. So there's this form of competition that is going on amongst healers that is so weird. And Boloi are so creative, guys. If they were using that into doing better for themselves and their families, I think we'd be in a better world right now. But I guess that's what makes the world beautiful. But like I was saying, Boloi boteng, o rata o sa rate boloi boteng. And I guess sometimes certain things don't happen, or they don't really get to you because you don't naga them like that. Because at a certain point, if you don't really pay attention to certain things, but they don't really affect you as much as they should, because you don't really give them that much, airtime. Like, I don't. I feel like Boloi botem, but if I'm going to focus on Boloi, then I'll always be negative. Like, every little thing, if I don't want to live like that, right? Or understand. So I understand there are evil forces. There's, evil spirits. There are people that are doing the weirdest of things. But and we just smile with them. You smile with somebody and you just look at them and you're just like, okay. So we are going to talk about that as well. But let me not waste any more time, and let us go into the 1 year African spirituality and why would you hate it, right? And somebody said, hate, I don't hate it, I embody it. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, even if you embody it, it's not a thing you need to go about now putting it in people's faces. Oh my God, nah, this and that. And yeah, that is that. I hate how it can be used as a tool to divide us as people. This goes back to Boloi, because I think I've said this in one of my videos or in my podcast, that there's nothing wrong with bungaka. The moment you start using it to advantage you while it disadvantages somebody else, then that's where the problem starts being. Then it's a problem. But then again, you fight people by Longkori, even if I were to die tomorrow because you're fighting me for my gifts, it's not like those gifts will automatically fall on your lap. Like, people are weird, you understand? So it's just that thing. It's unfortunate, but Boloi is everywhere, guys. Boloi is in how you speak to people. Boloi is what you think about people. Boloi is what you wish on people. Boloi is speaking ill about people. Boloi, bona le di levels, and pelo ke mollo yo mong le khaba ke boloi, guys. You know, the things that people would say, motarola tukwa khwela mathatsi ki khoma se khono wa twa, that is boloi. Those are hacks, bruh. Like, you are literally, you're putting spells. Like, white people would say, you're putting spells on people. And that is boloi. You know, we can't sugarcoat it. Boloi ga se se tlharehela. Boloi is the things that you say, gore ga ka se bona ka nona. A tshela ke tshela, ka se tsamaya bereka ka senyalo. Ene ke ene mang? Tho, ke kgwela matshehati, what, ke rola tuku. Ing. Lira metlholo. You know, that is boloi. Boloi, it does not mean a lot of people that are not healers, not only sangoma, I think it's people perceive gore ha o le sangoma, it's so evident gore wa lawyer, like it's an obvious case. No, motho o aparang smart o feeling gore ene ha tsene dindum ba hiring ke bona ba irang metlholo, the weirdest of things. You'd be shocked. You'd be really shocked. But anyways, the next person says, I hate how the bad side of it always drowns the good and peaceful side. Definitely. This is exactly what I said the last time, that it's unfortunate that people that are given a platform to explain African spirituality or talk about it, like also these talk shows, these reality shows, are showing all these weird things. I think the recent episode, some show that was on Moja Love, that was even better because Ntadolo was showing Bongaka and how he lives as a healer. But all these other shows, I don't understand what are they trying to say ka Bongaka, or where is Bongaka concerned in all of that, right? And in most cases, they share the worst side of healers, and obviously Boloi at the top of everything. We are just people that are dark, like we are just dark people, without showing the good side of Bongaka, helping people where medical doctors cannot, you know, saving families, saving people, bringing people together. We don't talk about that. Bosebeletse is African spirituality. You know, whereby go rapellwa metsi, batho ba tsenya dibata tsa diwasho, hela se washo, hela sa altare, hela se simple metsi hela. You know, simple things, go tsewa mare hela, o itse go rapellwa. That's African spirituality. But anyways, who am I? Part 2 says, while she knew, okay, where's part 1? Okay, part 1 says, I don't hate it, but the fact that they did me wrong got my journey. Gobela claimed to know my gift. Claimed to know. Gobela, you know, sometimes as healers, I think also another thing that we have a problem with, you know, people, and badmouth their Gobela. And I will use that as bait. Also, to stir things up and make them even worse than they already are. Because there's this thing, it will always be the Gobela. I'm not saying this because I'm a Gobela myself, but being a Gobela, I realized a lot of things initiates will put you through as a Gobela. And because you are a Gobela, it's as if when you don't have a voice and we don't have things that initiates put us through that we can also talk about or complain about, right? But how was this person your Gobela in the first place? I think we need to also ask this question because Gobela is somebody that needs to be chosen by your ancestors to guide you through your spiritual journey. So, how are Gobela go ke scam? First things first, o scamilwe pele ke badimo ba gago, because they are the ones that showed you that person. Unless you went there willingly, or it's a thing you know somebody and this person can help you, or this person said they can help you, then you experience such things. I understand. Because there's no way you're going to go to a person that your ancestors did not choose for you and they'll do the right thing. Or they'll do things the way your ancestors want them because you chose that person yourself. It's not like your ancestors chose them for you. So who do you have to then blame? Obviously, things will not go right. Right? But I hear this thing. It's a thing. What role did you play in your journey not being what it was supposed to be? Right? Because so many people are so quick to want to point fingers in their journeys going wrong without looking within. Right? Because, guys, there are certain things that you do that you know that you're not supposed to do. And in the long run, it may not happen then, but in the long run, it will affect you. Also, you can't want to be cursing on your Gobela and still want to call upon it was like, Elikulisi, hape, hake go thwasisa ke badimo ba ka le jozi la ka. mountain impande. So you speak ill of me and you still want to call upon my Ledlozi. La go tlogela shem nicely, it will leave you. Ledlozi laka, because how like it's a thing ya gore how mpatle but o batla di tsaka. What does that make? Like, how does that make sense? Make it make sense. You hate my guts, but you want my stuff. As a person, Hilary, by in context of being in human people, whereby you hate my guts, but you want money from me. You hate my guts, you want to borrow my wigs, you want to borrow. It does not make sense. The moment I realized, same works Ledlozi. You can't want to be calling on Ledlozi la gobela gago but o le nyefola o moroga o mo bua ka maswe ba di mo ba gage ba go reditse. Obviously things go shabalala, babes, because also even worse, if your ancestors showed you gobela gago and things go wrong, sit down le gobela gago and fix. If it's not fixable, it's okay to say, hey, badimo ke likile ko go gobela, I spoke to him, this is what he said, so I'm leaving things in your hands. But people want to be doing things the way they want and the way they see fit, and when things go wrong, they want to blame gobela. And they have this pride. They can't even go back and apologize or want to understand. Okay, cool. What could that mean? Instead, you guys are going to hold a caucus. Hey guys, come on. This thing will take forever. But this one, I don't know. My gobela claimed to know my gift. I don't know why would a gobela claim to know your gift, unless it was not a gobela that was chosen for you. It's a gobela that said, come, I'll help you, and you decided to go and thought things will go well. Because I mean, some people go into African spirituality not knowing. Along the way, some people and how to go about it. So it's unfortunate in this case because I really don't want to be taking sides, but and that is just one chat that's literally creating everything in me, because I'm just like, you never find somebody saying because of 1, 2, 3, so it's very rare. I've never met somebody who said that. It was always, even the people that will come and consult, you will always hear people blaming Gobela. Gobela did this to me. Gobela na batla gore ke direng, Gobela o nanjela setsakaneo. It's very famous. It will remain famous. Gobela wa ka na ntirisa a batla badimo ba lwena ha o tlhatlhobo bo go ketsa mollo Gobela ga go na irang, guys, a re nne le nnete re dingaka, a re nneng le nnete really dingaka. It's not how khakala gore motho morara ha ke bone gore go iregalang. Not everything is a Boloi situation. Nako go bolela motho nnete gore ko ene o itshenyeleditseng bo o go baakanya. Simple. Because as healers, if we start being honest, we will literally combat this problem ya gore ba re ntshe batho maka, the patient mathwasana and every le rona re ntshane maka. Ha motho atla go seba gogo mamang o ke mmitsi, ke kgonela go mmahela ha ke morake ha o nnete a ke utlwa kganya gago. Simple. Because this thing ya go batla go reka lerato ka maina a batho a dingaka, go batla go change dingaka o tsena ka ha o tswa ka ha o tsa se o sisa go se, that's also the problem. And that is why we will never get to where we are going. Part 2 are while she knew none, only wasted my time and made the gang angry, so I don't think I'll start again. Well, with this mentality, I don't think we'll go anywhere, because if you did not take time, that is why I usually say to people, if you are gifted, take time to understand and what is it about and how you need to go about it. Batho ba gompieno motho o tsoga lo rile se bagatla re ka moso o tsogela go welwetso ile go reka di baga o di rwele o di phatletse ke tlhakatlhakano go iragalang wa kwa wa taboga wa tlhatlhobiwa o mo bolela se wa se dira o mo bolela, you do not even know how to discern. Then how simolla go nna tlhakatlhakano, then from your experience, then it's now a thing ya gore this is what happened to me, and now guys, I like to park this one. I don't really want to go into details about it because I really don't know, and this is somebody's story and it's unfortunate. I'm really sorry, But I usually would say, Luena, look at where you went wrong. Firstly, if your Gobela was not chosen by your ancestors, it's unlikely for things to go well for you. So yeah, I can't hate myself to start off with, but the fact that I'm not in control of what's happening, you can never be in control of what's happening. I think that's also where the problem starts. A lot of people know that bana le bongaka, badimo will guide and take you to where you need to go. Once you get there, you start to feel you're bigger than thou, you're bigger than the brand, you're bigger than Idlozi. And now you want to tell your Gobela what to do. You don't want to be told what to do. You don't want to be guided. Like, and when things go wrong, who's to blame? Who's to blame? We move. I don't hate it. However, I feel sorry for y'all. How it makes y'all suffer before accepting. I think the whole thing, Yahoo, suffer is the fact that we don't want to listen. Number one, the suffering comes from we don't understand what's going on. Number two, we are not ready to kusabela. Number three, we don't understand what's going on. Like, some people are gifted, but they don't know, right? And what's happening in their lives, because it's a different experience for all of us, they will not really know, okay, this is happening because of this, until you take the step of going, or maybe somewhere, or you decide to actually go and understand. And like, I've tried everything in my life. I'm sick. I'm in and out of hospital. What is the problem? That's when you will know, right? And it's unfortunate that it happens like that. But then anyways, the other suffering comes from we want things to go our way, until the ultimate time. And sometimes we feel like if then automatically my things will go well. If things don't meet your expectations, then also because you can't come to acceptance of what's your current reality. I think that's what prolongs the whole situation. It makes me question my sanity and my whole existence. That's very deep. That is very deep. When it tempers, that's where psychology and African spirituality meet. We need to know where to draw the line. Which one is which? Because sometimes ulala moya before kalala physically, and you need to understand the root of where the problem started to be able to handle it and cure what the problem is, right? It's a lot. I won't stop now, but the food is all the good and the bad happening around you. Okay, I don't understand that, but anyways, they are jealous. You can't give them 3 weeks and 1 week be with your BF. To them, you are neglecting them. You see, another thing ke mojolo le bongaka. You can't operate in spirit le monaming, especially when otwas. One must die. One, you can never focus on both, and both of them are literally flourishing, because if you operate from the spirit, then that's how you grow. But if you're trying to balance mojolole, then you're going to have a challenge, a serious one. That is why you can't ojole o santsole mo lefetlong, especially if the relationship was going to start o le ko lefetlong. It's another thing if you come into a relationship being. It takes very, special beings in our lives to understand and want to support you throughout the journey, and the mood swings and the difficulties that you might get. But how ka ba mojolo ko pele? The unfortunate part about mathasana gompieno le batho ba ba nang le bongaka ba gompieno is that it attacks at any time and any age, where people are already starting off more staging sa doli ba kharakhatsiwa ke mojolo, and the food that we eat as well. That is why certain food are not allowed ko lefetlong, because di dira gore batho ba galle thobalo, ba galle mejolo, ba galle dio tse di snacks. You find people even doing the weirdest of things ko mabaleng, because ha khone go itshwara. But your relationship will always struggle, Shem. If you're going to try and want to do them both, you're going to see flames. So kanya gore they are jealous. It's even worse if you bile motho le gore ga ba go moratele. So you're going to see flames. That definitely. Kore ka re hela on normal circumstances, relationship are seeing flames when you're a spiritually gifted person. You can just imagine if you're literally just trying out or only starting out, and it can never work. The gift is not for the faint-hearted. You feel guilty to when you do things that makes you happy. Well, the gift true is not for the faint-hearted, but if you are chosen, then sure, you're the right person to do it, and you are equipped with everything that you need to actually keep it going. You need to come to understanding ya gore dilo tse ding ga di re tswele mosola, but we want to do them either way. And it's not always the case whereby you'll understand that this thing ga e ntswele mosola because that's what you want at that point. But because badimo ba na le ponelo pele, certain things won't work out the way we want them to, right? We plan and God decides. Nako nngwe ke modimo hela sa go batlele ntse le wena o itsetseng, and the things tse o sa di batleng, and you can't really come to terms with that. Even certain individuals in our lives, be it friendship, be it what, that's life. It has nothing to do with African spirituality. It's difficult to find the right person to help you with your things without bostood. Well, right now, I'd say that because there's a lot of us that are emerging. I saw some people, Baba Twasang online. There are people that it's enrollment. There people can just enroll even if they are not gifted. So there's just a whole lot that's going on right now. And picking the right person to do the job, it needs to be a thing. You need to focus and focus really well, because if you are focused, then it will be easy because your ancestors will guide you. And if they then guide you, then it will be easy because then they're taking you to where they believe that the job will be done. So I don't think that could be a problem. Difficult to find a partner. They say partners basing it on anago. It's not making sense. I think this is one person who's actually saying the one thing. But if you're only focused on a relationship, my darling, you will never make it with Dinozamu, because there needs to be a form of consistency. And if there isn't, you're going to find problems. You're going to find real big problems. So yeah, tsa mojolo tsone tota tshwanetse ro di beele kwa 2 minutes, because if you're going to focus on mojolo le go dira dilo tsa, because dilo tsa badimo di na le bosisi man, di batla o ikilela worst part bo sebeletsi ga bo utlwane le tlhakatlhakano. There are certain things you need to do away with, stay away from, gore o ikilele and be clean and pure. That is why basebeletsi ba gompieno la ba rapela, instead of you being better, you are worse, because ga ba ikilele ba ira metlholo, ga ba tsoma ba emisetsa batho matsogo, ba direla batho diwasho, ba ira metlholo. Motho o tsohela ha o na a robetse le motho wa gagwe kgante le mo diong tsa badimo, like boleswe tlhakatlhakano. Like some things just don't go hand in hand, It's even worse how sanyalo, because you don't, that is not a priority to medicate your partner, because what is it that you're doing? You understand? So it's a lot. So you need to just constantly pray and ask for guidance, and gore ba go he motho e leng gore o maleba o tla go support-a, o tla go tsamaisa leto, o tla tlhaloganya dio ka bontsi gore ha o le mo 7 days a ile gore you are taking a break from certain things, o tla tlhaloganya. So there's a thing ya gore obviously go na le malapa sa tseno le di-family tse di sa agisaneng, whereby no matter how hard you try, things will never work out, because badimo ba ga ba dumalane le madi a family eo kgotsa ke family sa tsenweng kgotsa ke ba ditšhaba. So these things, you need to really understand them perfectly and understand them, and once you understand and it makes sense, certain things won't be really hard for you to understand and accept. So yeah, the other one says we can't have fun like we want to like intimacy, they come first. It's like everything can't be about intimacy. Hey, if you're always going to be operating from the spirit of wanting to always be on a high, mejolo and intimacy, it will never work, my darling. And this is exactly one person who's been saying these few things, and it's all centered around mojolo. It can never work. If I'm going to tell you that, I'm going to tell you that for free. As a young healer, how sa itse go itshwara, o sa itse go ikilela, you're going to be in trouble, especially for Naldino. And if you have people that are not honest around you, ba batlang go mpampetsa and to always see you happy and not be honest with you, ba go thusa go ipola, because spiritually you'll never go anywhere. It will not work, my dear. Even worse ka mendao le bosebeletsi. maybe you could literally go get away with a lot ka bongaka, but mondao le mosebeletsi tla go bontsha musi, my dear, ke hambo batjele. Anyways, moving right along, I don't hate it or fear it. I fear things I don't understand. Why would you fear something that you understand? Because sometimes you find you're even fearing something that does not even need you to be scared. So it's important to make your research and understand certain things before you can actually decide or young. I hope that makes sense. I'm so tired from talking my jaws, guys. Anyways, I don't remember the last time I spoke this much. I've been taking a break. And then the other one says, I can never hate it. However, it seems painful. I can never get used to it. Well, how it depends. I mean, it can be painful because to see somebody going through something, but how more this person is going to a spiritual realm or whatever. The only painful part is if you hit something, fall, or how then obviously you're gonna get hurt and it's gonna be hurt. Like, it's going to be a mess. Especially and you're back to yourself. Shame. You're going to go through it all. That is painful. I will not lie. Gobela wasikila nabo ntagababa. Nabo tate. So now si impande is intandane. You know, there are some sad stories where you find that, Gobela was like a totalitarian whereby it's my way or the highway, and if not, then bye. So then it turns out to be something else if it's like that, and it's unfortunate to hear that. I'm really sorry. I hate it when they scare us until all works out in due time. Who scares who and why? Like, why do we use fear to do things? And that brings us to the last one that has to do with African spirituality, and we are diving right into Boloi. Yo, guys, you know, Boloi Boloi is a thing, okay? Boloi is a thing, and I get shocked so many times whereby I'm just like, but how? People can actually make you sick, Boloi. Besides to stroke, you know, these things we laugh about them. People create body stroke, but people can actually create actual sickness for you. That is why medical doctors need to work with traditional healers somewhere, somehow, because certain things will not be healed by medical practices, or because going to the hospital will even escalate things. Worse. Instead of you being better, you'll be worse in certain situations or in certain cases. And that's how people will literally plan. This is how exactly is going to, what's going to happen. She's going to suffer until it's going to be in emergency room after that, the operation, and then it's not successful. People do the weirdest of things. And I was so shocked hearing some of the stories that people actually go through. Cases that you go through and see. And even cleansing, people go through them. People do and then you find people complaining about a fee that you also need to go and cleanse after having to cleanse somebody who's going through it. And some people, motho khona go tswalla gore o ska nyala, o ska graduate, o ska ratega, nne montle hela, o ska nna le mosola to your parents. Some people will do things to bana ba bone hela gore ba berekele bone ba bone hela kore guys, emhlabeni ka Jehovah, emhlabeni ka Jesus. Don't come for me. I'm not here to do anything. Anyways, the title says, hey, Boloi is a thing. Share your story, okay? Now, these are anonymous. So this person says, my father's mom wanted to see me suffer. Apparently, she saw gore ke botlhale ka tlhago, and her only purpose is to get rid of me. She wanted me to sleep with a tokolosi, found out from our prophet. The reason for that is not yet known, but we prevented it. Guys, yay! Oh, I niya khona shem. Uitila khona. And what was the reason? What was the reason? Mehela, sometimes people can use Siriti Samotu in a wrong way to make it seem as though it's a certain person, well it's not. Because people are weird. People are weird like that. You know? I was listening to Gogo Mawene's podcast there. Yo, guys, that's when I knew. Yo! I never really want to entertain such because I just feel like it's so unnecessary. From friends and family, my father's mom has been doing things with Kisa Eat. All of a sudden I started losing weight and not eating. O ile ko sedimong sa ka a tsaya mmu wa ko teng a mpereka ka one. I was supposed to faint and die, but guys, yo, certain things sound like a Nigerian movie. Literally. Because what do you mean? What do you mean? Like, how do you get satisfaction from seeing people suffer? Like, I'm trying to understand, like, what satisfies you in seeing people suffer and people going through the most, somebody not getting a job, somebody losing their marriage, losing their kids. How does that bring you happiness? Boloi o satani. Like when o satani uqobola himself. And these are the same people that wear bosaparo ba kerekeng. These are the people that are always quick to say, "Are rapedi say." These are the same people ba re emisetsa matsogo ba re rapella gore yo itse ngwana ga yo Jesus. Gore nna ka re motho a rong ke emisetsa letsogo a re wa rapela o itse keng a tshwarege a tsewe ke sedidi awe gore go tlhakatlhakane hela ka ene because what? Ararane leleme. Another one says, Dichomi hadi shapo shame. Personally, I'm thanking you, Katon. I'm thank you, Katon. It took me a while to accept that they are not good for me. The dreams were always there as a revelation. But I chose to ignore them. Maramudimo le badimo always pull through. Guys, friends. One of the friends chat. We are friends. We don't relate to people different. Like, we relate to people differently. And sometimes you are friends with people by and then you don't get the same energy from you. You are friends with people that compete with us. You are friends with people we are friends with people that only want things for them. We are friends with people we are friends with people that don't want to see us succeed or not do better than them. We are friends with naysayers. We are friends with people that are literally the weapon that's filmed against us. And it's so sad because you will never think it's that person. You will never think it's that person. That is literally taking you through the most. Like, your relationships will never work when you tell a certain individual about you finding a person. You will never get that job when you tell this person that I'm going for an interview. Oh, Chom, you even see the things that you're excited about or the things that make you happy. When you talk about them, like, they are not moved. They will not even wish you well. Dichomi hadi shapo shame. Personally, thank you. Okay, I think we saw this one. The friend chat on, guys. I've been tried and tested so many times from a young age. Even people always see me as a threat, and I'm very gullible because yeah, no, that one is another thing here. You need to pray for the spirit of discernment, because what's going on right now in this world is it's a lot. Miwemaso is everywhere, guys. It's even in how people speak. You know, while I was In Turkey, they usually wear these beads, sitting the eye, the evil eye. It protects you from the evil eye. Because you never really know who's wishing bad upon you, who's speaking ill of you, who does not want you to succeed, and I realized actually, we protect ourselves in different ways, but it's a thing. It's everywhere, in every culture, in every belief in religion, whatever. Weird, and people have to be wearing certain things to protect themselves, gemstones, cleansing from time to time, making sure that, sometimes going to a healer, it's not because things are going wrong. Just find a medium to just consult and ask, not to say you want to know about your future or you don't want to give God a time, things should happen naturally, but is there anything that I'm doing wrong? Is everything fine? Do I need to cleanse? Because sometimes sharp, give me more, busy. At night, people are sleepwalking, people are being called, like, like a lot. Don't come for me, guys. These are things that are happening. And then she goes and says, thank God my ancestors or whatever spirit I have is able to protect me and neutralize everything before I get hurt. Oh my God, you got me at whatever spirit I have. I hope it's a good spirit. Yo, guys, it's so sad that people actually plan our lives. And they're really sad that our lives are not turning out the way they thought it would. Hectic. I've been tried and tested so many times from a young age. Okay, I think this one I read. Okay, varsity friends. All first-year students must be extra careful. Yo! Let's not talk about varsity friends, guys. There's this situation that I found myself in while I was still in varsity. Okay? That's a story for another day. But this is a good one. We come from different families. We come from different backgrounds. We believe in different things, guys. Certain things, once you're doing something to disadvantage somebody, then I think it's a problem, because you're so selfish that we're not at the top, but it's a problem. There's nothing wrong in protecting yourself if there's anything bad that is sent your way. But if then disadvantage or in order for you to stay, then it's a problem. It's not nice, that side. Small things, Boloi, honestly. Grocery or create a certain amount of money for an allowance. Choose your friends wisely also. Varsity students, choose your friends. And if something feels off, it's totally off. Your intuition will never mislead you. It will always guide you. If something feels off, it definitely is. Pray about everything. Your friends, the circles, your work environment, your manager, your friends. Literally, I'm getting goosebumps talking about this. It's very, very important. The other one says, now ever since Ketswadi Yagelong, Arikia Boloi, her 2 kids passed away, and okay, I think this starts somewhere. Okay. Naki Bonega Mamokolo, who killed my older brother, her younger sister, and my father as a sacrifice. Half it abadira di zombie. She has a snakes from Kalahadi, made her own mother, my grandmother. We now can't go to her grave and pray because her spirit is working for my aunt. Yo. Now, ever since Getso Diagelong Boloi, her 2 kids passed away, and her used to be rock engineer and married woman is now a drunkard. Her man divorced her because of botagwa. That snake no ye ipatela ko lapeng la gagwe. O tshaba le ntlo ya gagwe. She can't sleep at night. Guys, you know one thing I love about snacks, it will always come back to you. It does not matter how long, especially if you are touching innocent souls. Innocent souls, bana ba modimo hela ba eleng gore ba itshelela hela ka modimo le thapelo. They may go through the most, but one day, if not you, your kids, or the people that you love the most, it will hit home, very close to home, and you will feel it. Nothing bad that happens under the sun will go unpunished. Modimo will not leave them. Ke rata hela gore sengwe le sengwe go tshela ka tšhaka o tla swa. Sengwe le sengwe se se direlang batho se se busula will come back to you. It will. Re mo lehatsheng bagaetso. Gore somebody suffered for years because of you. One day, le tlo go mo tlhabanela la gona sepe se sa ile mo tlase ga moruti wa letsatsi. It will definitely come back to you. The other one says, made a friend in varsity. After exam results came out, then it happened that she slept at my place. When I was about to sleep, I realized there was muti under my pillow. And I remember she made the bed in the morning. Those things were supposed to mess me up so bad. Guys. Said in the relationship, it's a ditlhare. Batlapel, yo. Manyalo. Mivereko. Oh, it's a lot, guys. It's a lot, actually. Talking about that, it's a lot. Karolino, ha ke batle borakgadi le seng. Hey, borakgadi will never beat the allegation. What's wrong with borakgadi? It's always a rakgadi story, bruh. I nearly lost my mom countless times. Western doctors, they will never see anything. Guys, you know, sometimes I had a friend. We started being friends after they discovered through a healer. At all. Until such a time where a choice, but because of how they were so sick, they had to find ways of being there. You know, sometimes you need to do guys, life is the greatest gift that anybody can have in this world. Things can change. Be eager to, because you can't want to lose your life over something that could have been fixed. You've literally been everywhere. Try and go and see a healer. If anything, moporofeta, there's mediums, guys, that don't use buditlare, they don't use marapo, they just use a candle, or they just use water. So that you understand what is it. Why are things not going right in your life? Why are you always being called to interviews but never getting a job? Why are your relationships not? Why? Why are people giving you babies and leaving you, kabana? You know? And there's only so much because God gave us these resources and gave us these things but because we do not want to go out there. Because when you believe. In this lifetime, Western doctors Gerisa mama ko mothong ebe ba describe borakgadi gote ke bone nya ruri ke di bone yo ka nna re ke di salets. Yo, people go through things, guys. But also this thing ya go lotlaganya le di family members, sometimes even if that's not the case, guys, people want to use African spirituality as bait to make people fight and spread conspiracy theories and lie about people. Le go qabanya batho le go lwantsha batho. So we need to find a balance. You know, you need to decide. How o tsena ko motho la o itla o itewa ke letswalo o utla gona di khantse dintse e seng tsone ba gaetso la ile go te motho o gifted or ke motho wa badimo or ke motho o tlhatlhoba. Not everyone will be able go bona ditaba tsa gago and be correct with them. Me ha wa tsonna go hela matla. You need to keep going, looking for answers. The other one says, Yo, I lost my sight and my ability to walk during my matric year because of ditsala. Yeah? Bana le mona wa ore ke ba phala academically. I have heard stories. I've had people also where academically people have lost books, have lost pens, and ever since things are going like south for them. It's a thing, like it's a serious thing. Guys, stay prayed up. Ke nako eo re quoted to go kwala di final go gae ka bankisa ko mothong ebe a senola badiri ba dilo tseo. Modimo le badimo bona ke nna o 2 times graduate. Congratulations, wana girl. Hona le mathata ba tleng gore wa emele ka maoto. If you're not gonna do that, hey, you will suffer. Forgot to say I failed him too because of everything that was happening. Yo, I'm so sorry you had to go through that. Moral of the story, don't tell people you're on dabas. But lawyer, listen, right. Because of the heart you have, you are not, sometimes it's because of the spirit. Because ga o batla go bona batho ba tle, ga o batla dilo tse dintle fela for wena, ga o kgone go congratulate batho. That is why God will also be hiding things from you and taking things from you and not you getting things. Telling people things before time. Once di ka utlwa, things will go south because what's like a spirit of confusion. You know? And guess what? God came through for me. I didn't consult about it, no patla about it. Now I'm okay. Or no more telling people my ndabas. At some point I thought that they are trying to twebula me. It was bad. It's that bad. We need to have privacy in some sort of privacy in our lives. Don't just talk about anything and everything. Read the room. Be able to read the room, because there's certain things you tell certain people and you can tell by how they react. And if something is just saying, this individual, something is off, listen to it. Don't want to learn the hard way. Omun says, I was saying so, Vela, I knew they are planning on doing something, so I kept on eating in 2 consecutive months. Tell me why I didn't focus. I couldn't focus at school. I couldn't even study. Everything was just a mess. I decided to pray about it. I even started to pray in tongues because it was that bad. Listen, you see this thing, I mean, there are certain things that happen in our lives that we are so excited and we want people to know. Oh my gosh, you've wanted something so bad, like you've worked hard and you've obtained it. Let things live its time before you start letting the world know about it. It's just like pregnancy. All pregnant, you're not just going to be walking into everybody's houses, being touched by everybody. How far gone you are. This thing of announcing 3 months, 10 second trimester. That's why things are not going right for a lot of people, because certain things are supposed to remain sacred until you are expecting. You need to take care of certain things, be it jobs, be it interviews, be it cars that you bought or planning to buy. The results, the academic results, people are so quick to be posting the results. It's on until salo posta ngwana ga go phasitse ka di level 7 go team 2, they are not getting that anymore. Dibuka tsa ngwana di anyelela, ngwana wa robala ko tlaseng o pua ke tlhogo. When they're supposed to study, they can't focus. In varsity, you can't do anything. You are failing left, right, and center. You are not understanding. You are studying. You are cross-nighting, but things are just going south. This thing of posting, social media is the death of us and the devil that I wonder if you're using it in the wrong way. In most cases, people fall under this trap because we are so quick to share about literally everything. Hey, I'm being engaged. Hey, engagement party. Hey, bride to be. Hey, mamang. Hey. Expect in prayer. Expect in prophesying greatness. Expect in asking God to protect and make you the person to actually receive and be able to take care. Because sometimes we are getting things prematurely where we are not even ready to receive them, and God is showing us why you were not eligible for that gift at that point. So you need to Anyways, Saleke batlo gafa ka gafusa ke my friend's mom. To cut the story short, I got sick, started seeing things. The night before the actual thing happened, I told my mom. We went to a healer and he confirmed all the things I saw. I forgive that woman, but I just don't want them next to me. Oversharing. Sometimes you tell our people, I mean, there are people that find people by they open with, you tell people until a certain thing that makes you, because people are really good at pretending also, right? But if we pray about things, because sometimes we share things with our friends that they tell their parents in a good, like, it's not like some of them, they're not sharing for ill intent. But mama gago abanna jealous feel gore marina wa engwana ke ene abatlela bana ba gagwe dio tse dintlele. You find such parents that only want things for their kids, but other people's kids are not supposed to succeed until a certain, and they are doing the weirdest of things. Nakong batsedi ba batho ba loyela bana ba batho ba rata for bana ba bone. stay prayed up. Wabana giving hugs, handshakes, woo, I give the energy. Get haba right now. Now I understand the concept of people not touching you when you're a healer. Because you absorb these spirits, you absorb the snacks. Batho ba itshasa dilo ba tlhapa ka ditlhare ba ira metlholo. Wa go kopana le motho wena o feel gore o itse re ske psele ngwana modimo o itse ke you have good this person's good intentions at heart. Kante no. Ene they are just here to kill and destroy. Guys, stay prayed up. Never believed in Boloi till I met my roommate. Roommate, ditsala, relatives, yo, guys. Remember that thing. It rains everywhere. It rains everywhere. Never believed in Boloi till I met my roommate. Yo, I'm still shocked even now. Worst part ke gore we didn't even know each other, but girl did the things. Kamo hawa modimo, I'm still here and well, releboga modimo. Because people actually can take time. Motho khona go tsoga phakela ba tsoga a go tlhatlhoba. But motho wa tsoga frugin di mora a re ke go tlhatlhoba ka one because I don't understand how is this girl doing it? How is she succeeding? How is she managing all these things that she's doing all at once? How? Because ha go khonege. Just like Sis Maria, a re succeeda ka kuhle. Ungang test uyanditutsa. Some people have that thing, and we laugh at Sis Maria and how she goes on about things. These are the everyday things that we have to deal with. Neighbors that are jealous, neighbors that are monitoring spirits, people that are sending trackers to your lives to check up on you, and people that don't want you to succeed. And you need to succeed at this rate. Promotion, some people don't want that. And that's how life needs to be according. Some people want our lives to go according to how they want our lives to be. And some people are disappointed that our lives are not as what they expected it to be. Because some people ba khona go shebelana ba setsa go heditse gore botshelo ba ga ba go tsamaelana o ke ngwana ga mamang wa ya ka ba nna sepe go tshwanela le letlakala la mmagwe he lo re ra dipuo le ra bana ba batho dipuo le ra bana ba batho dipuo tsa lona ke di kgaba ke di thipa mo matshelong a batho malema a lona. So guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Please do stay prayed up, guys. As you could hear, that people are going through the most. Right? People are going through the most. And the more you pray, the more challenges you're going to get. That's the unfortunate thing about this. But because he knows how you overcome it. He definitely knows. All these things are challenges. Now find people that build you. Listen to sermons. People build bonds with people that and if you've come along with somebody but you get to a point where but there's certain things that medical doctors cannot help you with that healers will at the end of the day, because certain things are spiritual. Certain things and it will only take that to break it. If you are sick, you're in and out of hospital, it's not always about you having a gift. It does not mean you sometimes and things will go back to track. And because so you need to tread carefully, because whenever they start fighting for them, then you start saying I'm not saying I'm perfect. I'm not saying very big. We have dreams, we have aspirations, we are planning things. Guys, come on. Learn to decipher and discern, guys. People are literally willing to be out there and drag people's names. How say if you don't stand for something, you will literally fall for everything. Because you're going to be told this and that, and learn to study people and their characters, and don't inherit people's beefs and fights. Because ko bohelong wa go sala le tsone. Ko bohelong wa go sala le tsone reg. And I get go tlhalosa o reng, because ha di odisetse di siame wena o sala le tsone go sala o tlhalosa ga go kgang o reng. Stay away from trouble. As a young healer, know what you're about. Keep to yourself. Allow yourself to be guided. Kopa matla mo modimong le botlhale. On how to maneuver certain things, so that you're able to stand lama tsubu a tsubula, because ona tsubutla strong. I was alive enough to see a lot of things in my lifetime, and I'm still shocked at the things and traumatized at certain things that I had to experience and go through, because I was asking myself, for what? For what? You know, for what? But anyways, we keep at it, we keep going. Homecoming's coming up. Indoso's coming up. Leto is growing. Beautiful things coming up. Guys, to everybody that watches Leto, I literally wish nothing but the best for you guys. Please pray. O tla rapela ga bedi ka nte sera sa go se rapela ga 6. Kopa modimo matlho le ditlho la moya gore o bone tse di sa bonweng le tse di patilweng, tse di tshwanetseng gore di go sire, di go tlosa lera le fifatsang, a go fe matla le botlhale ba go tswelela ka botshelo. It's not easy being a healer, bosebeletsi and everything in one. O santse o le mosha, because go ikilela is the biggest part of everything. And for things le badimo ba gutwe re etsa ditaelo. Certain things are not fair, and obviously you're not happy or you can't do it, you're not ready to do it. But the day you say I agree and take my gift, you understand botshelo ba gago is not yours to live to your fullest. You always have to be guided and consult your ancestors to protect. And when you are gifted and you are given, they will protect you against all odds. Yes, you will limp, you will see problems, you will, but you will be modimo tla go fa matla, o tla go tlhabanela. Ha ka go tlogela gore ba di chaba le ba dira le balotsana ba go ba go katela dikutima, o tla go katela dikutima mena ba dirang dikhuti tse ba tla wela mo go tsona. Sentle gore bo sala o ja monono, mohope wa gago o kgapatsega, o dutse ka thaba, o ipotsa gore ba ipotsa le bone gore batho ra moleka le ene sera sa gago o segele sone o shebe dire o shebe sera ba matlhong o tshege ditsietse gore ba ipotsa gore how is she doing it. Ntse o tshegela tsweletse gore tse modimo gore ha o rena go lokile nthume mosebetsi ke o sebeletsa ha e ka nkimela dumela o ntlatse le o sitong haka o intshwarele. Thokozane Makhetla, I shall definitely see you in the next video. I do not know what the next video is going to be, guys, but yeah, we spoke about a lot. We are living in the end of times. There's just a whole lot. Okay? Like, there is just a whole lot. Stay prayed up. Otherwise, people are plotting, people are doing the weirdest of things. Thokozane.